And today, of course, it's a bit of a surprise because actually you were supposed to have activity. But then what happened is that on the 7th, this online class was supposed to be held. But 7th, we have a lockdown here, so we cannot take any online classes. And I wanted to take an online class so that you all could understand better. So there is a lockdown, I told you, and things. So I thought of taking one today. So I hope everybody is well, and I'm going to start a new lesson. I had already forewarned you all on the group that you are going to have a lesson for class 5. Now the name of the lesson is Oliver is Rescued. This is chapter 7, page 95. Please, I hope you have opened your books by now. Anyway, now this is a story, Oliver is Rescued, from Oliver Twist. You know, it's a very famous book written by Charles Dickens. Now, Charles Dickens was a very famous author. I don't know whether you've read any of his stories, or books rather. The books are like Oliver Twist, Christmas Carol, David Copperfield, and some of these are always related to children. And some of these have been made into films also. So I don't know whether you've seen the films or not. So anyway, so this, he writes about the children, what type of, life they lead, or some stories related to them. Now I hope you read some of his books after reading this chapter. Now, before we begin the chapter, we are going to talk about friendship. What type of friends do you like? Like, everybody can't do without friends. We have to have friends. I mean, you won't have, some have many friends, but there's always that very good friend. And, like when you come to school, suddenly you are alone. Don't you make friends? Especially now, with this lockdown and everything, you're not meeting your friends. Now you must be really missing them. So, and then we tell all, I have got very good friends, and like nowadays, you tell everything to your friend. There are some things you don't tell your parents, but you tell your friends everything. Now, in the book it is written, now over here, can you see, what kind of people do you like to be friends with? Think about the times you have made a new friend, and what do you look like when you make a friend? There are some qualities that you look. What are the qualities that you look for? Now there are some words over here, like I'm going to read it out. Popular, honest, fun-loving, helpful, strong, caring, kind, someone you respect and who respects you, loyal, brave, talented, has the same hobbies as you. Now children, what you have to do, first and foremost, over the weekend, you take out your rough copies and you do this. Now if you think that you want all the qualities in your friend, then you put a, suppose there's popular. Now there is this popular. So you put a circle or you underline it, whatever is easy for you. Make it very attractive, write all the words and that. So, and then of course I can't discuss with you what your answers are, and most of you can do this also. Now below that we come to complete the following statement. A true friend is someone. Now this is very important. You can write a few lines of what you feel that a true friend should be. Have you understood? Now this is for this I will of course send it to you so that you can do it at home. Have you understood? Now please, you can do it in your rough copies, the lesson that is above and the lesson that is below. After that, now let's get on to the story. Now this is not a full story, but it is a part of the story from the book Oliver Twist. Now let's find out how Oliver Twist finds friends in a new city and what that leads him to. Have you understood? Now, Oliver ran and ran until he came to a signpost. I'll walk to London, he decided. Perhaps I can make a better life for myself there. Now, let me tell you that Oliver Twist was an orphan. An orphan is a person who doesn't have parents, He's lost both his parents. And he went through a lot of trouble with the wrong people who treated him very badly. This lesson starts saying that Oliver ran and ran. That means he must be running away from something. We don't know what it is, but he was running away from something till he came to a signpost. Now, signpost is a thing like this which gives you an idea. Like suppose you say Kalimpong, like this. Have you understood? It gives an idea, Kalimpong. Then like when you written on a board which tells you where or what is the name of the place. Like when you see any signboard and all, you'll know, oh, this is 8th mile, this is 9th mile, this is 10th mile, like that. Have you understood? Now when he went there, he saw that he came to a signboard that said London. So then he says that maybe I'll walk from here. Like when you reach Tista, children, and you cross, there is a sign showing the road that leads to Sikkim and one to Gangtok. One to Kalimpong. Now London must have been far as he decided to walk to London, and he thought to himself that London might be a better place to stay there. And he also thought he could make a better life there. He walked 10 miles a day. Can you imagine children walking 10 miles a day? You don't even walk a mile to school. You are coming by bus or by some private car. At night he hid in hay barns. Now hay barns are big houses that have hay stocked inside. And woke each morning hurting. Hurting why? Because he was walking 10 miles a day. His shoes must have got spoiled, worn out, and he was weak with hunger. Weak with hunger, why? Because he didn't get any food. And then at last he reached the city of London. His sore feet were bleeding. Imagine, full of sores, because when he is walking along the road, when you're walking bare feet or barefoot, you can imagine what happens. And hunger, of course, I told you, when you don't eat, you don't get food for nearly days, how would you be? Would you be strong enough to walk? Not at all. Then he managed to reach the city, and his feet, they were bleeding because stones and everything, they were all bleeding. You can imagine the condition of his feet. You can imagine how he felt. His clothes were torn to pieces. He saw people pushing roughly against each other in the market. Even you all do it when you are playing and all. Instead of playing, don't you all try to push each other when you're walking down? Don't you try to push each other? There were markets and stalls and shops. Everyone was busy, so they didn't bother who this boy was, whether he was hungry, whether he was dirty, whether his feet was bleeding. He didn't bother. He was walking aimlessly, without any aim and all. And then suddenly he was so tired that he collapsed. He just fell down on the cold doorstep. Why cold? Because London is a very cold city, and it must have been very cold. He had no proper clothes also to protect him from the cold. Then suddenly delicious smell came from a bakery. Children, I don't know whether most of you know, but I have a bakery below my house. And whenever they bake, I get the smell, a beautiful, lovely smell of bread and buns and cakes. He staggered, means he was so staggered that he couldn't walk straight. He was staggering, trying to walk. And from the window, when he looked in, he saw shelves full of freshly made buns and cakes and pies. Now you can imagine what he felt. He looked at it so longingly. Why so longingly? Because he was very, very hungry. And he hadn't eaten for a long, long time. Now when you go to a shop and you see lovely sweets and and you haven't had that sweet for a long time, so don't you see and feel, oh, I wish I had money to buy it. So that way he felt the same. Now children, I am going to do till this much only. It is a very simple but a very sad story. Read the whole chapter. We'll do it nicely. Learn the meanings, find out the meanings, learn the difficult words, and if possible, try to get a book and read it. Have you understood? Because it's a very interesting story. And of course, children, please read. Many of you are not reading at all. It's a very interesting story. And we will do page 96, 97. Let's see how much we can complete. We'll do it now. Have you understood, everyone? Very simple, about a boy who was running away from something, somewhere. He found he thought he saw a signboard saying that this was London and that he wanted to go to London. He thought maybe he'll get something better over there. So that's what he thought. Have you understood? Children, don't forget to do that one which I told you. Based on those experiences, circle the quality that you generally look for a friend. Do it very neatly, colorful, and you can send it to me. But some of you don't bother to send it to me also. And of course, we can't have a class discussion, but is there any quality which most people in the class have chosen? That of course we can't discuss. And then of course, don't forget to write, complete the following statement. A true friend is someone who... Now what do you feel that a true friend is? That you have to write. Have you understood? So this much for today. Stay safe and take care. Bye-bye, children.